the reasons why do I want to go to electric? Well, to be quite frank, I've wanted to go to electric for a while. I like technology, I like the future, and who doesn't, in my opinion. People are saying it's untested. I disagree. Nissan Leaf 2011 going strong. Yeah, do you know what? Battery issues over long term, but you have got to really sit there and say to yourself, well, at the end of the day, things have come on a long way since 2011, and they come up with a second generation and stuff like this. So I think it is quite well proven now. Now, I want to change over. There's a few things. So obviously my current car, the Kia Rio 1.4 diesel, now they advertise that at 80 miles per gallon. Now this is when they all lied through their teeth about what you could achieve. And the reality is it's something like 56, 57 is my average over so many hours. And if you drive like a granny or like a very cautious safe driver, you can hit over 60 miles to the gallon quite easily. And that's doing the old-fashioned thing of like coasting down the hills and making sure you change gear at the perfect time and stuff like this. And it's achievable. It's a little bit boring, but it's achievable. So eco driving can be done in this car. Now, I originally bought this car on the entire plan of a 4-year plan, and I'm going to cover about 25,000 miles a year. And after 4 years, warranty will be up because it'll be 100,000. It's a 7-year warranty or 100,000 miles. So 100,000 miles. As soon as that hits that, I'm going to part exchange it, and I was going to go electric then. Because the biggest thing is EVs, when I was looking, couldn't get me to work and back. But things have changed. So because things have changed, I really want to go EV, and I don't want to wait. I want to do it now. So it'd be interesting to see what part exchange I get offered on this car. So my Rio is 2017. I'm clocking 33,000, so on. And I do, like I say, good range miles every day, so it's going to go up. And this car has been faultless. It's been a fantastic car. So it will be interesting. Hopefully, you know, this has got all the bells and whistles. I'll get a good price for this on the part exchange. But the EV's got to do the job. It's going to be a big gamble to jump from this. I can put a tank of fuel in and go off. I don't want the range anxiety. I want to know in winter when it's -3 in the morning, I'm setting off in the early hours. I'm not going to sit there going to work going, oh, I've got to plug in. I've got to plug this car in because I'm not going to get back again. I don't want that. I really don't. I don't want to have to turn up to work, plug in and have to pay to charge it. I want to do it at home, overnight or in the day, and know that that car's always full and I can go. And the EV has got to cover that. It's got to be good enough for me to be able to do that. And there is cars. I know there's cars, but there's also a budget. I am not the richest man in the world. I do not want to be spending ridiculous amounts of money trying to convert over. It's got to be an affordable electric. Now I know electrics cost more, and I know the batteries cost more, and the build qualities and things are going to lack a little bit more because if you're going to go a little bit more budget. I want new. I don't want to buy used. I looked at used, and to be honest with you, the prices are so strong with all the incentives that you get. Like you can get dealer incentives, government grant incentives, you get a free wall charger, and all these things add up. A wall charger is, you know, it can be like £1,000. You can get a cheap one for 600 and something quid put on your house, but you want a decent one. So straight away, say £1,000, there's £1,000, and then you've kind of got your incentives, haven't you? And it comes down. And if you look currently at virtually new EVs, you're either paying more or there's nothing really in it from buying new. But I also don't want to order an EV that's going to take 12 months to arrive and then the techs change loads and loads and loads. I don't mind going for a deal for if they're bringing out a new model, if the old model does the job I want it to do. So there's a lot to look at, and there's a lot of models, and the EV world now is huge, and they're all making them, but a lot of them aren't good enough yet, and the ones that are they too much money? So we've got to figure this out as we go. Which one's going to be the right one to buy? Anyway, if you keep tuned, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll go through every single car that we can think of that could be a possibility. And if it's too much, we'll have to get rid of it out of the list. And then when we come down to our final list, we can look at test driving, look at sampling these cars. If I can get a 24-hour test drive from a dealer, 48-hour test drive, that would be ideal, because if I can do my run to work and back and know I've got that excess mileage and I'm comfortable, that could be a winner. If a dealership only offers me that half an hour test drive and I've got to make my mind up of that, that might get a little bit more interesting, because I need to know that car can make it there and back. And a lot of the people that do the reviews don't do the commute I do. So rough commute side of things is I do around about 12 miles on a dual carriageway, 70 mile an hour, so even motorway speed, and then the rest of it is country, hilly up and down country, all the way to work. Like I said, there is a charger I can use and pay to use at work, but I don't want to. I want to get there and I want to get back, and that car needs to be capable. That's it. As a family, I mean, it'd be nice to get the kids in, but I have a big family sort of loser cruiser because I've got many kids, so I have that, so I'm not worried about long trips, or if I can get all the kids in. That's not important. What's important is it does what I do for work. I have a work car for that reason. So let's find out. Let's go through this list one at a time and figure out what's new, what's affordable, what's the waiting list like, are they worth having, will they cover my needs, and we'll go from there. Thumbs up, and I'll catch you for the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.